Hello there, welcome to Gig Education. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this image slide. uh, I think it's much nicer. I think so. It's a little bit nicer, it's not much difficult, but we're going to use just HTML and CSS and little JavaScript, and there's also I try to make it responsive. uh, what do you think about device? I'll just show you something. uh, this is smaller device, highest last smaller, and I think it's okay for us. We just try to learning a basic slider. We are not going to create a bigger larger project, but this project will help you to understand make larger project. Okay, so we just use three component of what is HTML and CSS and JavaScript, but it's not must advanced level JavaScript, pretty basic. Okay, so let's get started. So here you go, and this is our file, but I'm just file download from what's that somewhere from what is the site name is Pixel, and you have to download from anywhere, whatever you can like. I think this site is really much nicer, and you can use anything, whatever you can like, and then you have to choose what is challenge. This is landscape mode. This image is nicer, but okay, you can download whatever you can like. That's completely up to you. I'm not force you whatever image you like, but I think that's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's get started from coding. And I really recommend use. Okay, you don't need to actually source code, but don't worry, I will share with you source code. This folder name I just keep name slider. It is image slider, and okay, I think it's okay. Okay, and then I just paste here this image, which is our asset. You can I just download from this site, and you can download any site, whatever you can like. I don't know why, perhaps my internet a little bit slow, I don't know, but our content are a little bit slow most of the time. Okay, I have no more time. I just want to show you the principle and idea and how you should make it your own. Okay, and let's give name folder name CSS, and final one name JS, what means JavaScript. Okay, and we already saw that our final image slider, right? Okay, hopefully it's nice. And yeah, we finally create our final folder index.html. Okay, I just use Visual Studio Code, and you can use whatever you can code editor which you like the most. Okay, I just close my old file, and I decided to because this is my project, and I just show you how beginner work, and I just drag here. Okay, okay, I think it's nice. Guys, I'm really sorry because I'm not here on studio, but I'm not inside of studio. I just my living room, and it's common in my country like Bangladesh. It's pretty common. It's nothing wrong. Sound people like literally wild. Okay, so okay, I just creating an HTML file. I just use what is called Amet. Okay, and I also font theme name, color theme name, Monakai Pro. Okay, expanding card. Okay, and inside of it, and then I just give include CSS and link style sheet, and then you have to define our location, CSS location. Okay, and no, it is not actually card because I do not create anything, right? Okay, so I just made folder name. I just give name style.css style style style.css. Yeah, okay, and uh, our code editor automatically define. He know the location, and finally we also needed JavaScript location, because we use a little bit JS, which is JavaScript. Yeah, okay, main.js. I'll just give name main.js. Okay, this is actually inside of JS folder, which is this main.js, right? I think it's fine. And then okay, so here we go. I will just define our HTML. Okay, so we should need to work on that define. Yeah, look at this project. We just actually define 5 image, 1 2 3 4 5, and I download from Pixel. Oh, I don't know why this site down. Oh, I have first experience this, really. I don't know why this site a little bit. Okay, I just okay. Natural, I think I like a natural image. If I lose more time when I do trying to similar most of time using searching image, we do that. But most of the time I like a natural image, which is like here you go. Yeah, I find. I don't know why this server perhaps might be slow, or my website slow. I don't know exactly. Perhaps okay. I think what is Flash, which is really nice website. I also recommend you use Flash. I think I'm just wasting time here. Okay, and medium size is enough for us. This is my personal computer. I'm not used for working purpose. Okay, this is our file, and here you go. Just paste here. Okay, and yeah, we just need to work here. First we define a container. Okay, and I just give name container, and then yeah, we use all of actually panel. I'll just show you something. We have 5 image, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so 5, and first I just define comment here. Okay, and then we have to decide what is that panel, right? We also need div. Okay, and panel. Okay, panel, and okay, I'd like to comment here, which is help you to easily understand, because it's not large project, but large project is helpful, but small projects don't need to. But if you're a complete beginner, or some people are who has no idea about that, that's why I do believe that commenting help you. Okay, and then I just use panel. I just use BAM method, and then finally active, which is actually work our dynamically our JavaScript, which is called DOM, event listener. Okay, so and here I just use h3, which is standard example text. Okay, and we don't need to define image. Also you can define image background. Okay, I think this background is much better rather than use image tag. I don't use this thing. Okay, okay, this one first one, and we need to define 5 image. Okay, 2 3 4 5. First one 5, and this one 4, and this one 3, and this one 2. Okay, okay. I think almost done our job. A single working is complete. Okay, and okay guys, I just use prettier, which is actually our extension, which is help us to my code formatting, because I'm not use my own, but my code editor, my prettier extension will do work automatically. You don't need to, I don't need to think about more how structure work, I mean code formatting work. And then we will also define our image, our style sheet, which is CSS. And I just define what is called universal selector. I define everything. I just use the box sizing border box. Okay, I'm not explain how to the border box work. Perhaps it might be it's much better to define your own box sizing work. Yeah, box sizing work is pretty nicely show you W3 school. I think W3 is much better for beginner who has no idea about. Yeah, no, here it's not good, but I just show you something. Yeah, Mozilla also show you. Yeah, look at this content box how work. This is content box. This is border box. Look at the border box is work nicely. That's why we use that. Okay, if you want to more know about that, and please read this document. I personally recommend Mozilla, which is nice, and also sometimes W3 is much better, but Mozilla is almost better. But you don't need to aggressively accept one site, because you have to search any site, just like figure out anything. Okay, so okay, this is our main project, but we're working on. Still working on. Okay, first define styling, and then we have to define body. Okay, this one. Look at this one. Okay. Okay, body, and then we can say that the font family, which is really important. I think our font size, font body, many things happen. Okay, and family, and then Helvetica and Lucid. I think Sigu UI Tahomadi, which is helpful for, or I use Arial, but I just try to use Sigu. Okay, which is default our text editor defined for us. Okay, and I just use Flaxbox, and that's why I use Flax, and then Flax direction, Flax column, and then align items. Which is center. Well, we just use a vertically align. Okay, that's why it is center. And justify content also center. Okay, and height 100 ph 100 ph viewport height. Okay, and then overflow hidden. I don't like here overflow. And then margin 0. Okay, I think it's worked perfectly. And then finally we just use container, which is commonly display flags. And then width use 900 and BH. Okay, BW, which is viewport wide. Okay, and then we just use, okay, I don't know, whatever we want to show the result. And I'm using what is called live server. This is called live. Oh, it's look ugly. It's not much better. I knew that, because we are not defined 5 image background. That's why it's like that. Okay, so don't worry about that. We'll figure out. Okay, and this is finally what is called. Okay, this is actually. I just hear the comment in here, and what is panel background. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Look at the HTML. 1 2 3 4 5. Right, we have 5, right? Okay, what is panel 1? Just see the background. Background image, I think background is fine. And URL, just use the img. Okay, and then okay, first one. Okay, the same thing we did 5 times. Just copy, and 2 3 4 5. Okay, and then I just like to use that copy here, and oh, okay, I'm really guys sorry, because I think Oh, nothing, so you look at 3. This one is 4, right? Oh, this is not true actually. I'm sorry. This one is 5. Okay, and this one okay, and then this one also use this one, and finally Nicholas Post. Okay, this is actually 2, and this one 3, right? I don't know how it look like. Okay, we have shown the 5 image, right? But we need to make give them height, width, which is needed very importantly. Okay, and then we just work on panel. I like comment because which is give you some better experience. Okay, I like panels like plural, and we need to define class. Background size auto on 100%, just make it, and background position center, and then background repeat, which is a big problem, I think. No repeat, and then height 100, we put height which is 80. Okay, and then border radius, which is really important for look like. I just use 2 rem, and then I just use color and FFF, which is white color, and we'll also use define like root, and which is like okay, and then you have to and then you might do that, but I don't like it. But this is not large project, small project, not necessary. So cursor pointer, which is make it much nicer and standard, and flags, which is actually define space, and that's why I decided to 1.5 0.5. okay, 0.5. Yeah, and then margin I just use 65 rem, which is almost 10. Okay, and 10 pixel, and position relative. Okay, I'll just use, and you need a little bit transition, which is really important. Flex 17s, and ease, which is our transition function. Okay, and I want to see how it looks like. Wow, I think it's not bad. What do you think? Yeah, it's look not bad. It's okay, fine, but we need just like work final one, how it works. Yeah, I think it's much nicer. That's why we try to work make it much nicer. Okay, so when it does active, okay, here actually when we touch here, our JavaScript make active class, and then actually it make it large. Okay, so here we need to same similar work. So how should I define? So how does it work, right? So we need to panel. Okay, panel that's active actually has internal CSS. Flags I just give 5 because it's much little bit larger, and then we define also panel, and we just define h3 element. Okay, I'll just show you something. Here we go, this is our panel, and then inside h3, right? Okay, so obviously font size 1.5 rem I just use, and then position absolute. Look, I just use first time your parent element, use relative, and then I just use position absolute, which is really important for us. And bottom I just use 1.5 1.2 RAM, almost 20 pixel. Okay, you have to try to use a calculator. Okay, and generally 1 RAM 16 pixel. Okay, and then you have to divide. And then left, what is that? 1.1 RAM is fine for me. And then margin obviously 0. Okay, so now time has come to watch how this looks like. Yeah, I need to look like this. Even you also use text background, you have to choose whatever you can do. But how it look like? Is that okay? And yeah, I just want to hide it when only active image show that tags. Without active is not necessary to show this tags. Okay, so that's really important. That's why we use opacity, which is help us to hide it. And then when we use panel active, right? And same thing happened here. We go which is that dot panel dot active, and then h3 work, and opacity, yeah, 1, which is make it visible. And then we need to little transition. Or actually I'm just use tab 9, that's why I usually show that. Oh, I just free advertising tab 9. No, tab 9 not also useful every time. Sometimes disturb you, that's why I use escape button. Okay, and 3s and is in, and final I just use 4s. Okay, and finally we need to little bit our media query, because you know we are so that is also working on oh, I just want to show you something. Okay, default here we go. I just remove this active class. Look, only show the first one, and other one is actually not working because we need to little JavaScript. Okay, just show you something. Okay, now we need a little bit media query. Media query, which is we need to small device. That's why we need it. Okay. Yeah, media query. And we target device, screen, media, and max width 408 common device. Okay, this is the cleaner. And width, I just like to use 100 BW, or which is it is called a viewport wide. Okay, well, something like that. And then we define our class panel underscore 4 and comma 5 may have 5 more, and final display none, because I just like this one display. Okay, so almost done our CSS. Okay, it's fine, I think so. Nothing wrong, but it's not working. This is the wrong. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, we're working on JavaScript, right? So it's pretty easy. It's not difficult. First we define our variable, or you have to define like var. But var is old method. This is outdated. No one like it. That's why I define a const, and finally just keep name, and then we define our JavaScript browser DOM API all. Okay, and then and then panel. Okay, all panel we define for us, and then we loop through the we just use for each loop. Okay, and this name is panel. I just use and finally use this thing. Okay, perhaps you might say why your computer show error just like this. Okay, I just use actually font which is called I'll just show you something. Here you go. I just use Fira code mono. Okay, that's why actually this font look like this. And I also use ligature. Okay, I just also ligature true. That's why actually something shows like that. Okay, well, this is my setting, personal setting, and you might use your own. And I don't know, my operating system little bit older, from 2017. Okay, here you go, expand to cursor, and I just use little bit animation. And okay, whatever you can like it, that's your absolute up to you. And okay, I just use also panel, which is come from actually this one. Okay, this one I paste here, and dot add event listener, and then click method, and also define something like that. And also this panel dot class list, and add it's called active. Okay, much nicer. And look how it looked like. Okay, when you touch, everywhere the class activate, so we remove this class. So that's why we needed another function. And when touch separately active and other active also remove. Okay, that's why you needed another function. Just call this function and remove panel. Yeah, remove active panel, which is much nicer. Active panel. Okay, and this parenthesis, and we also use panels, which is actually this variable come from this variable. Okay, and so you also needed we also needed for each we just use for each loop, and then panel dot class list dot remove active. Is it for you think so? I don't know, but here you go. Okay, so let's just, I don't want to check. Yeah, it's working. Okay, how many times? Almost a half hours we took to complete this project. I think it's okay, it's fine, it's a little bit project, it's not a big deal. Much looks much nicer. And what about a small screen? Okay, it's not wrong. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you think this video helpful, please subscribe my like this video. Almost I don't need to just subscribe. Please just like this video, and I want to share it to another videos. Don't worry about that. So thanks for watching this video. And what I said there, I don't know you understand or not, but yeah, it's absolutely right. The first time you have to try, and a little bit harder, but then you think, okay, it's much nicer. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. So subscribe, and okay, you don't need to subscribe, bro, just like this video, which has helped me to lots. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Ta-ta.